BLN.FM. BLN.FM. So klingt die Stadt. So klingt die Stadt. So klingt die Stadt.
Jacek Sienkiewicz, how often do you play in Poland in opposite to play wherever else in the world?
I mean, I'm playing like every month for sure in Poland. I have my own nights in Warsaw, in some clubs. I'm from Warsaw, so I have my own club night, my recognition label night over there every month, every 2 months in different locations, different clubs. Kind of small parties, mostly for friends, like for 200-300 people's parties. I like the best these kind of parties, but also I'm playing on some good festivals as this one. We have a couple of nice festivals in Poland, like Tauron in Katowice, and there is a couple of others in the summertime.
What do you think why people in, let's say, Germany, especially in Berlin, don't know about the festivals in Poland so much?
That's an interesting question, and I'm not a promoter of this festival, so I think one is quite known. It's called Audio River, and it's a bigger, I would say, techno-oriented festival with big techno headliners. There is also Unsound Festival, which is really interesting, really forward-thinking festival with really fresh music and fresh new directions of electronic music, and I think it will be popular everywhere soon. It will be around October in Krakow, and there is also another edition of it in New York, which probably in April, as I remember. So I think this one is very well known. The other one in Katowice is Off Festival, which is also interesting, with kind of more independent music, like more guitar stuff, I would say. And there's a couple of more right now, but I don't know why maybe they should promote it abroad more. But I think they're happy with this crowd already, so if they will make it bigger, they will promote it abroad for sure.
So is there a big scene in Poland for electronic music, what would you say?
I mean, it's really interesting because there is a big scene for festivals in Poland, I would say, because we have a lot of good festivals with super fresh and super nice lineup, but the club scene is a little bit weaker, I would say, because we don't have so much good clubs with only electronic music. And I'm, to be honest, I'm suffering because of it, because I like to play in small places, small clubs, and it's a big, I mean, we have a lot of good festivals and not so much good clubs. That's a big difference. So that's how it is here.
Okay. When it comes to Unsound Festival or Tauron Festival, the city government is giving a lot of money into these festivals, and as I see the organizers giving a lot of effort in these festivals. Why do you think, why do you think the city government is so interested in these festivals in Poland?
I mean, it's a promotion of whole country and the culture. So and this year, for example, is a Polish presidency in European Union. So I think there is some money to spend on promotion of Poland as a country with nice cultural activities, I would say. And so that's all, I think.
But it's unusual normally. I mean, when it comes to, let's say, Germany, for example, there would never be a city government giving so much money to a festival.
Yes, but these festivals are not commercial. They are promoting really new music and art, and that's why maybe without sponsors like government money, they couldn't exist at all. So maybe these are more like kind of. They are like more like artistic cultural events than crazy festivals, you know. So I think it's like this because there is a lot of advanced new music, and without this money, it couldn't be done, you know.
Talking about new artists, what is the hot new artist coming from Poland in 2011?
2011, that's a good question. There are a couple of new artists right now. Depends on which direction of
electronic music in general.
There are a couple of guys playing. Who's that? It's hard to say actually for me.
You don't know their names?
I don't know. Depends on what kind of. There is a hot house duo from Szczecin and Berlin called Cats and Dogs, but it's like more for me, more housey, commercial, I would say, direction.
Yeah, and Cats and Dogs are quite well known, I would say.
Quite well known. There is a couple of small artists. There is a new guy called Gaspar. He just released some nice records on some of the German labels. And I'm preparing some releases with new artists on my own label called Recognition, because I'm always into promoting some new faces. So it will be a couple of interesting releases on my label. Maybe not this year, but on the beginning of the next year, I think.
When you release new artists on your own label, is it hard to get them out of Poland for gigs and stuff like that?
Yes, it is hard, you know, because they are not known. That's a simple thing, but we are working on it, and all what you need is a couple of good releases. That's all what you need to play abroad, and to have a few known tracks and couple of releases, and maybe some nice DJ or live set recorded online, and it's all about pushing this stuff.
And in the end, they can support you on tours. Like if somebody books Jacek Sienkiewicz, they can play with you.
I mean, the whole market, it's not so easy right now. We know it's people are counting on really big names right now. So for new faces, it's really difficult right now. But I'm doing what I can do to push some of them. So we will see. I'm looking forward to next year, because this year was I was like regrouping a little bit and just changing some things in my studio and in my label. So I had a little break with releases, but I'm working on really special ones, and at the end of this year and beginning of the next one, it will be a lot of fresh sounds and new artists and new stuff from me as well.
So looking back, what did you do right to get so famous as you are?
Am I famous?
I would say so. You wouldn't?
I don't know, actually. I'm not sure about it.
When I asked the artist yesterday what famous artists, or to name 5 famous artists from Poland, the number 1 was always Jacek Sienkiewicz. So I would say you are quite well known.
Okay, that's nice. Thank you.
So what did you do to make, just like to get so big?
I'm just following my own road, you know, since the beginning, and I'm doing it like almost 15 years probably now, and I'm doing everything in one direction. I'm not changing my style and my mood, just trying to have a better sound and better ideas and more interesting releases, and that's all what I'm doing, just doing my own thing.
So people from Poland, this is the master plan. Just follow Jacek Sienkiewicz, and he's doing a thing.
Just do your thing and forget about fashions and all this stuff, and just be sure about your own ideas.
BLN.FM. BLN.FM. So klingt die Stadt. So klingt die Stadt. So klingt die Stadt.